Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're Disappear for Days. Welcome to the next part of our Japanese adventure. We have arrived at Mount Fuji. So we've just arrived in Fuji Yoshina. It is quite late in the afternoon as we took a train from Tokyo this morning and we had to get quite a few different trains. So it's taken quite a while to get here, but we're here now. This is our little Airbnb. We've got this little hut thing. It's so nice. Let me show you inside.
Hello, come in.
This is our little lodge. It's so cute. I was a bit worried about being cold, but it's actually so nice and warm in here because they've got a nice little aircon unit. I think these are like the traditional beds where they have like the mattress on the floor, which is quite interesting. I wonder if it's that same thing about being grounded and like being close to the earth and stuff. And they've just sort of everything here. They've got everything you could want. They've got a little kitchen area with a microwave, a kettle and a fridge, separate toilet and shower, which is really nice, especially because we've been staying in a capsule hotel. So it's quite nice that we'll get our own shower and toilet. And yeah, everything you could need and quite a nice space actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this room. It's not very big, but we don't need anything grand. And compared to the capsule hotel, it's a ton of space. So one of the best things and the main reason why we booked this place is because it was so close to Fuji. Look at this view. That is incredible.
I feel like you can't really get how big it looks on camera.
I'll take a picture and I'll show you kind of what it's like.
Yeah, we'll insert a picture of what we can see right now because I feel like the camera's not really picking it up. It looks absolutely incredible and I didn't realise that we'd get such a great view. We've literally walked out of our place 20 metres and this is the amazing view we've got. I feel so lucky that we've got a place with such a good view of it.
The sun is setting, so we're heading to our first spot to try and get a view of Fuji during the sunset.
So our Airbnb owner said that it had snowed here yesterday and we were like, yeah, it snowed in Tokyo as well. I didn't realise he meant that it snowed enough that there's now like piles of snow everywhere.
Okay, so after a 15-minute or so walk, we've arrived at Honcho Street, which is a really popular street in this part of Fuji. It's a really nice looking street, but you also can get like some really nice shots with Mount Fuji in between the street. So it's really nice for pictures. There are a few clouds which have covered Fuji for the minute, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some really nice pictures here and then go for some dinner.
Right, we're just about to come around the corner. There's quite a few people on this corner. So I'm thinking this might be a good view.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It is a little bit cloudy, so you can't quite see the peak at the moment, but it still looks incredible, especially like with the sun setting. Right, we're just wandering down Honcho Street now. We've taken a few photos and things. I feel like we just kind of caught it just before the sun started setting, but it is getting darker now.
I think we came almost just a bit too late because we got a couple of photos without any clouds, but since that point the clouds have pretty much been covering it, which is a bit of a shame.
But at least we've managed to see it in the daylight, and then tomorrow we're going to get up early and hopefully get some really good views of it. I can't wait to see it in the morning, and at least we've got the whole day to explore this area and take in all this amazing scenery.
So we've come to this little restaurant. There's actually not been too much open around Honcho Road, which is a bit surprising to be honest because it's like quite a busy road here. Emma seems to think that it's owned by my brother because supposedly that's what he looks like. I'll see if I can pop up a picture of his face next to this just so you can all compare.
So our food has just arrived and I just want to highlight the difference in our two meals. This is Jacob's meal.
I've gone for like a Sichuan style ramen. I think it's called tantanmen.
So he's got his noodles in there. It's got some sesame seeds.
I really like this bowl by the way. It's like got lines all over the bottom of it, so it like crushes the sesame seeds really well.
Sesame seeds, some little crackers. Okay, so let's just like see the size of that there. The huge bowl. And then let's just pan over to my... It doesn't even look as small on here, but my bowl's quite tiny. My little pork and rice bowl, but I did also get some gyozas to go with it. We haven't had gyozas yet in Japan, so really wanted to get some. That is looking glorious.
These noodles, they look really like fresh and bouncy. Oh, that is really good. It's actually not that spicy. It's not as Szechuan-y as I thought it'd be. Szechuan is normally like quite a numbing spiciness. They're really good. Those noodles are like perfect.
Oh yeah, it's good.
These look so good. So fresh. Cheers.
Oh yeah, crispy on the bottom and then really soft on the top.
They're like perfectly steamed. So juicy and so soft on the top.
Yeah.
Oh my word. We need to get the gyoza more from. And just finally we've got the little grilled pork rice bowl.
Oh, that pork is so tender.
Is it?
Right, we finished up. Those gyozas were so good. I feel like I'm going to be dreaming about them, and I'm definitely going to want to get gyozas more often now that we've had some.
My ramen was magical. I have to say those noodles were some of the best textured noodles we've had so far. They were just absolutely perfect. On that note, we're going to head back now, get an early night, and we'll see you in the morning.
Good morning. We have woken up this morning and look at these views that we've got of Mount Fuji. It looks immense. You can see all the snow on the top. It almost looks like it's not real. I actually can't get over that that's there. It looks like it's like AI or something. We're off to the shrine today, and apparently you get a really good view of Mount Fuji from the shrine, so that should be good.
What a really lovely bloke. He's just talking to us, just came out of his house, just was like, oh, where are you guys from? He said he's lived here since he was born. I was like,
Oh, wow.
you're so lucky, because this view is beyond like words, really. I'm not one to be lost for words, but this is pretty spectacular.
I just feel so lucky that we've woken up to blue skies this morning, because it means that we can see everything so much better than we saw it yesterday. By this train station, which is like the cutest little train station, and to make it even cuter, look at this, a little Thomas the Tank Engine car. How cute is that?
Okay, so we've just arrived at the kind of like base or entrance of the shrine. I mean, it's like 9:30 and it is already ram-packed with like tour groups, tourists. It's literally so busy. I was hoping that it wouldn't be so busy, but considering it's like one of the best shots that you can get of Fuji, it's no surprise. And already there's a stunning view of Fuji behind us just as we've entered this gate. Look at that. Look at this viewpoint. We're not even at the top. I just think it's so incredible how symmetrical Fuji is.
That's what I mean, it just doesn't look real.
It's such a picturesque mountain.
Especially because there's no clouds today. It
Yeah.
just looks absolutely incredible.
And what I was saying yesterday is that there's actually no like other mountains around nearby it. So I think that kind of makes it stick out even more. It makes it look even more prominent because there's just nothing to even compare it to. Alright, well that's a bit disconcerting.
There might be a bear in the woods. That would be so cool. Imagine seeing a bear.
I don't think that'd be that cool. I think that'd be more scary than cool.
Huh. I think it'd be cool. Hopefully like one of the park rangers would come and sort it out, but at least we get to see it.
Okay, so we can just about see the shrine now. We're almost there, but it's been a bit of a difficult one, hasn't it? A good few hundred steps to get up here. So yeah, definitely not the easiest of climbs. Made it to the top. What a stunning view. Just like one of the most amazing picture spots that you can get of the mountain with this beautiful shrine in front of it. I think the shrine dates back to like the 9th century or something, so it's like mega old, which it's clearly had like some renovations because it looks really, really nice. Wow, we got so lucky with the weather.
Okay, we're just on our way back down now. It was busy when we were up there, but my goodness, there are so many people coming up now, so I'm glad that we came when we did. So we're now going to head to the railway station because we are going to go to one of the lakes.
Lake Kawaguchi.
Which is below the mountain to hopefully get some even better shots. So more shots of Fuji coming up. Right, change of plan. The next train is the express train. It was going to cost more. You know us, always on a budget. It was leaving in like 2 minutes and we didn't really have time to get the tickets and stuff. So we need to wait for the local train. So we're going to go and get a bit of an early lunch before we get on the train.
So lunch ordered. I've gone for Ramen, I think it's pronounced. It's like, from what I've heard before, like Japan's kind of version of lemonade. Cheers. Oh, I quite like that. It's quite a subtle flavour. Oh. So yeah, I quite like that. It does taste very much like lemonade, but it's got like a subtle twinge to it, which tastes really good. Now, I can't actually remember the name of what this udon was called, but basically it's udon noodles in kind of like the broth that you get with soba noodles. It looks like it's got a couple of maybe like fish cakes, and then it's got a rather soggy now tempura prawn cake.
We also went for some rice balls, is what they were called, which is like rice soaked in soy sauce and fried, which I thought looked really good.
Yeah. It's very simple, but it works. Not the most nutritious, obviously, but it tastes pretty nice. That is really good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have high expectations of this place because all the stuff here was quite cheap, and it's right by the shrine. That is really good, nice and salty, got like a nice prawny flavour, and then the raw egg mixed in with it gives it like obviously that like richness and that creaminess. That's really good.
Right, we've had our lunch, and I may have had a sneaky little Hokkaido milk ice cream, which was glorious. We're now back at the train station, ready to jump on the train to the lakes. Right, so we've arrived in Kawaguchi. It's actually like a little town, which I didn't realise. Very busy, lots of tourists here, lots of tour buses, and you can rent a car and stuff, and obviously you drive around the lakes and whatnot. It's about a 50-minute walk to the lake, gonna go over the bridge and everything. Hopefully there'll be some nice views on the way.
Okay, we made it to the lake.
Take me to the lakes where all the poets went to die. I don't belong, my beloved, neither do you. Those winter movies.
We're not singing the whole song on camera. This is basically not even the halfway point. We actually need to get all the way over to that bridge and then cross it, and then we should be given a really good view of Mount Fuji with the lake in the foreground. That's what I'm hoping, at least. So many of these buildings surrounding the lake look so like European. It looks like we're in the middle of Switzerland at the minute, and our efforts have paid off. We're not even crossed the bridge yet, but pretty nice view, isn't it? I can't wait until we manage to get all the way over there, because we should be able to get some pretty nut shots. Alright, let's head on to the other side of the lake and see what photos we can get from there. I'm hoping you can get like a reflection of Fuji off of the lake. That'd be beautiful. So Kawaguchi is actually one of 5 different lakes around the Fuji 5 lakes area, and I think you can go to kind of each one of these lakes and get equally as beautiful shots. However, this was just the one which was closest to our rail line, meant that it was kind of like in walking distance after we got off the train. And I'd suggest that if you are staying in Fuji Yoshida, that you should come to this lake, because the views speak for themselves, really, don't they? It's absolutely incredible here, and it just keeps getting better and better.
Right, we've arrived at the opposite side of the lake, and oh my goodness, can you get a better view than here? We can see the whole mountain pretty much, the full expanse of it. It is just incredible, like so much better than what we've seen already, because you can actually see the whole thing. And we're so lucky with the weather today. I don't know if you've noticed, but Jacob's taken his coat off and his jumper off. I've taken my jumper off. It's just so lovely and warm, which is just absolutely perfect. No clouds in the sky. I feel so lucky right now. I can't actually believe we're here.
Yeah, I think this is definitely like one of the best panoramic shots we've got of Mount Fuji. The fact that you can almost see it all the way to the base on this side and that side is crazy. We're going to start heading back to the train station now. There's still more that we want to see, still more that we want to do in Fuji Yoshinoya, where we are staying. We're going to whisk back to the train station and we'll see you when we get there. With a view like this, couldn't you imagine staying in these places?
Right, we're back in Fuji Yoshida. We've come to the visitor centre because we did try and come in here last night, but they were closed, to get a stamp for our stamp book.
We're so sad, aren't we? I feel like we just go around collecting these, but we see a sign like this and we're like, we need it.
So exciting. Right, so we got our stamp. She actually said there's 2 more stamps up this road that we can get. There's a 15-minute walk, she said, but it closed at 5. So we are now racing up the road to try and get these last 2 stamps. Right, we've come up to the other tourism information centre and it's closed.
Pure disappointment.
It closed at 4. She said it was going to close at 5, so it obviously wasn't quite sure of the times herself, which is a shame. So we're actually going to head back to our Airbnb now, and we're going to have pot noodles for dinner because our Airbnb host has kindly provided them for free. So we're going to get some meat from 7-Eleven and then we're going to chuck them in the pot noodles, and that's going to be our dinner, because if we're going to get a free meal, we're going to take it. We have had an amazing time seeing Mount Fuji over the last 2 days.
Even though once you've seen Fuji, you've seen it, I feel like I could easily stay here for another couple of days and just really soak it in.
Anyway, we'll end this one here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next one.
Bye bye.
Bye.